center promenade here in Westminster, Colorado. And your Hyland Hills Midget white team is going up against Northern Colorado Eagles. Black. New jerseys this year. Can't say I find them to be visually appeasing, but that's fine. Jaguars are in the white jerseys today. We are missing quite a few players for homecoming festivities. So Maddox Band, Nick, and I believe two others whose names are escaping me. They will not be here tonight. So I've got two full lines and a spare. And Zeke's out there, but he's wearing a number 6 because he forgot his jersey. So, if you see a player you don't recognize, that's probably him. And next time you see him around the rink, go ahead and give him hell for forgetting his jersey for a home game. Jags are 1-0-1. I believe NOCO team is 0-1-1, 0-2-1, something like that. Looks like the NOCO team is just as short-handed as we are, if not more. I only count 7 skaters, maybe 8. Nope, 7 skaters and a goalie. Homecoming is also going on up in Fort Collins. Collins taking the face off. Got 15 minutes on the clock. Off the face off, NOCO controls. Chipped into our zone. Collins picks it up. Throws it out to the blue line. Ian chips it out to the neutral zone. Comes back to Bryant. He passes across for Henrik. Throws it to the center ice, but nobody's home. And NOCO comes into our zone. A shot off the blocker. Bouncing over to Bryant. Got some open ice, skating in the neutral zone. Into the offensive end. Pushed behind the net. Centering pass goes off the side of the net. Ian picks it up the blue line. Lost the handle, comes out of their zone. NOCO pushes it into neutral ice and then a shot goes wide. Ian picking up the loose puck. skating out through the center ice. Pass over to Colin. Colin into the offensive zone. Shot goes wide. Goes all the way out to Lewis at the red line. Throws it forward, but it's stolen. Guillaume with a nice stick work. Stealing the puck, throwing it into their zone. And they throw it around the end boards. Colin picking up along the near boards. Pushed behind their net. Comes out in front. A shot and a save by the goaltender. Loose puck comes to Colin again in the corner. Throws it out front. Guillaume tied up, not able to get a shot off. Pushes it back to Lewis. Comes out to Austin. Nice poke check by Speedy. And Eagles able to push it out to the neutral zone. Lewis had it poke checked away at the blue line. And Noko comes back through the neutral zone into our end. And the shot goes wide and up the far boards. Chips it out, it goes back in. Should have been offsides. Delayed offsides will throw me off every time for a while. Colin forcing the puck into their zone, throws it through the crease. Comes to Wesley, who's centering pass, hit a skate. Noko's able to throw it out to the blue line, but Henrik keeps it in the zone. Chips it along the boards, and Noko regains it, tries to throw it down the ice. Bryant intercepts the pass at center ice and throws it to Henrik and into the offensive zone. Henrik brings it out of the corner, throws it through the slot, and it's played up the far boards. Bryant turns it around. Gets out of the corner. Centering pass. Oh, just doesn't quite connect. Noah not able to get the shot on. Henrik with a long shot off the pads. Noah brings it off the boards. Comes back to Henrik. His shot hit a skate, two skates. Noah chips it just over the net. Speedy drags it out of the corner. Lost an edge. Plays the... Yeah, that'll be a hand pass. So we'll have a face-off in their zone. Actually, they'll probably move it out to neutral. Good offensive pressure. Guillaume taking the face off. Noko control. Push it to our zone. Lewis turns it around, and Ian intercepts the pass. Gets it in the offensive zone. It's sent back out, down the ice. Austin picks it up at our zone. Pass out to center. Connects with Guillaume. Lost the handle though, and Noko throws it into our end. Andrew stops the puck behind the net. Austin waiting for play to set up. His pass misses, goes down the ice. There'll be icing with 10:45 left in the first period. Still 0-0. Guillaume on the face-off, pushes it towards the blue line. Austin chipped it out, chipped right back in. His pass hit a skate, and it's kicked into the corner. Lewis pushes it up the near boards. Ian picks it up, throws it out to neutral. Turn back around. Austin has it poke checked away. Lewis skating and stealing the puck, throwing it down the ice, hitting a player in front of the away bench. Going to our blue line. Noko skates in. And pass tipped by Wesley, and that shot goes over the net. Stopped at the blue line, thrown, hits a stick. Lewis with the steal, pushes it out to the blue line, but not out. Noko dumps it to the end boards. Austin picks it up. Shoves it along the near boards. And Noko throws it right back into our zone. Andrew playing it behind the net. Lewis picks it up. Skating through the face-off circle. Pushed off the puck in the neutral zone. And puck comes loose. Speedy picks it up in their zone. Gets it to the front. Not able to get a shot off. Bouncing. Throws it off the boards. Wesley keeps it in the zone. Drop pass. Comes back out to Speedy again. Drops it for Henrik. His shot hit a skate. Noko regains the puck and throws it down the ice. And there'll be icing with 8:35 left in the first. Come back down to their zone for a face-off. Noah with a shot off the face-off. Hit a stick, picked up by Colin. He gets a shot off, hits the pads, comes back to Bryant, passes across to Henrik. His shot in front, tipped on goal, and another shot by Colin, and it trickles in. They give your Jags a 1-goal lead, 7:52 left in the first period. Goalie got part of it, and it just kind of bounced in behind him. Taking the face-off. Going off the near boards. Henrik kicks it up the boards. And it's turned around. Henrik regains the puck, pushes it into the offensive zone. And on goal, a shot right off the mask, and the goaltender covers. We'll have a face-off in their zone. 7 minutes left in the first period. Colin taking the face off. Lends it to Zeke. Zeke pushed away, chipped up the boards. Henrik chips it back into the zone. I guess they didn't see that, so we'll go down the ice. Bryant chips it out to neutral. Noah gets tied up. Henrik picks up the loose puck into the blue line, skates into offensive zone. Drops it for Colin. A shot and a glove save by the goaltender. Rebound goes up the far board. Zeke push up the puck. Bryant picking it up near center ice. It's in the offensive zone momentarily. It's chipped back out to our zone. Zeke with the puck in our zone. Pass over to Henrik. Chips it up the boards. Turned around. And back into our zone. Long shot and a glove save by Andrew. And he held it and then throws it around the boards. Chipped out to neutral. Colin pressuring in their zone. They send it down the ice. Chipped over the blue line. Guillaume gets it out of the zone. Back into our end. Henrik picks it up. Skates through center. Pushes it into their zone. Colin pushes it deeper in their zone. It's pushed back along the near boards. And sent out to Austin in neutral ice. Austin regroups in our zone. Skating through center. Into their end. Lost the handle. And it's sent back to their blue line. Up the ice. Into our zone. Centering pass misses, comes across, and a shot chipped over the net to the far corner. Another centering pass intercepted by Speedy, and he skates out to neutral, pass over for Guillaume. Pushes into their zone, walks out to the top of the slot, pushed around behind their net, brings it back out front, drops it for Austin, shot goes wide. Speedy picks it up behind their net, puts it out front. Wesley with a shot and a save by the goaltender. Puck along the near boards. Comes out for Wesley. He passes up for Guillaume. Throws it in front. Austin with the goal. That was a great play. Austin right in the right spot. Guillaume connecting. With 4 minutes left in the first period. Austin from Guillaume makes it 2-0. Noah taking the face off. Wins it for Colin. Colin pushes it into the offensive zone. Drifts right. That shot goes wide of the net. Comes up the near boards. Bennett chips at it. And it's sent back down the ice all the way down for Andrew to play at the red line. Bryant picking it up, skating behind our net. Comes out through the face-off circle. Into neutral ice. Up the far boards. Around the defenseman. And his centering pass hit a skate. Colin comes out with it from behind the net. Centering pass, bouncing. And Noko picks up the loose puck. Skating through neutral into our zone. Plays it off the skate. Shot tipped wide. And sent out of our zone. Noko regrouping in there, and a long pass misses and goes down the ice. They say it was tipped, so no icing. Henrik digs for it in the corner. Bryant picks it up behind our net. Goes it to the corner. Passes out through neutral. Noko turns it around. Skating through center into our zone. Comes out in front. And a shot and a goal. And it slipped between Andrew's skate and the post. So with 2 minutes left in the first, it's now 2-1. Jag still with the lead. Colin on the face-off. Noko controls. And now there's zone pass to center. Lost the handle. Lewis with the steal inside our zone. Pushes it through center. Skating into the offensive end. Comes off the boards. Let's push off the puck. Noko picks up and skates through center. Austin with the poke check. He throws it out, and it'll be Colin's going to go to the box for 2 minutes for hooking. So with a minute left in the first, we will go on a penalty kill. Most likely be split across the two periods. Guillaume on the face-off, pushes it to the corner. Lewis digging for it. It comes, straight on the goal. With 30 seconds left in the period, Andrew covers, so we'll have another face-off. 1:40 left in the penalty kill. Guillaume on the face-off. Loose in the face-off circle. Lewis pushes it out to the blue line and neutral. Wesley picks it up, skates it to the blue line, jumps it into their zone. Noko picks it up as time will expire on the first. So we will go to the second period up by 1. Your Jags 2, Noko 1. 15 minutes back on the clock. Start the second period. Down a player for 119. Noah on the face-off. No controls. Skates into our zone. Centering pass misses. Goes to the far boards. Noah chips it out to neutral zone. Thrown back into our end. Austin picks it up behind our net, throws it down the ice. It's tipped, so no icing. All the way down the ice. 53 seconds left in the penalty kill. Speedy pressures, and it's thrown up the near boards. Lewis with the steal. Passes back to Austin. Austin throws it through neutral. And Noko dumps it back to our zone. Lewis picks it up. Throws it out to neutral zone. Speedy tips it sort of almost on goal. Noko throws it back out to the neutral zone. Skating into our zone. Nice job. Noah. And Lewis throws it down the ice. No icing again. Goaltender playing it behind his own net. Right up off the near board. Oh, Lewis almost with the steal. Noko comes into our zone with the puck. Austin breaking up the play. Puck goes to the far corner. In front. And chipped on goal. Andrew with the save and cover. And the penalty has expired. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 13:25 left in the second period. Jags still up 2-1. Face-off wins it to the near boards. Local player skates it to the corner. Bryant with a steal, chips it along the boards, gets thrown back to the end boards. Henrik picks it up, plays it up for Guillaume. Guillaume skating through neutral into their zone. They say we're offside, so we'll go back out to the neutral zone for a face-off. On the face-off again. Moves it over for Zeke, who throws it into the offensive end. Played off the far boards. Henrik keeps it in the offensive zone, throws it near face-off circle. It's too slippery. Zeke with a shot, another shot, and a save by the goaltender. Henrik keeping it in the offensive zone, throws it behind their net. Guillaume picking the puck up in the corner. Comes out in front. Colin with a shot, and it's saved by the goaltender. Colin regains the puck in the far corner. Brings it off the boards in the face-off circle. That shot goes right in front. Comes out to Bryant. His shot is blocked. And Noko has a cherry picker at our blue line. Henrik with the steal. He throws it out to neutral zone for Zeke. Zeke skates in the offensive zone. Throws it on goal, and a blocker save by the goaltender. Tied up in the corner, Zeke backs it out to Henrik. Walks it out, hands back to Bryant. His shot hit a skate, comes back to Henrik. A shot and a pad save by the goaltender comes to Guillaume. His shot hit another skate. And Noko sends it out to the blue line. Bryant keeps it in the zone, throws it to the end boards. Colin digs it off the boards, brings it to the side of the net. And shot tipped up into the netting. With 11 minutes left in the second period, we'll have another face-off in their zone. Noah taking the face-off. Wins it out for Austin. His shot tipped wide. The goaltender sends it to the far corner. Noko throws it up to the far boards. Austin keeps it in the zone. And Noko chips it back out, skating through neutral into our end. A shot and a save by Andrew. He hangs on with 10:15 left in the second period. face-off. Comes out to Noko at the blue line. Pass hit escape. Oh. Wesley not able to bring it forward. Noah picks it up, throws it in the offensive zone. They push it back out to neutral. Ian picks it up, drops it back for Lewis. Passing in on Austin. Austin passing up to Ian, who chips it into the offensive zone. Then back out to the blue line, but kept in the zone by Noah. Ian passes across for Wesley, throws it in front. Ooh. Dangerous bounce off escape. Goaltender had to bounce on it. It was slowly circling towards the goal. 9 minutes left in the second period. Still 2-1. Hyland taking the face-off. Yoko comes out with it. Going off the far boards. Brought into our zone. Lewis with a nice poke check. Puck goes behind our net. That's out to the point. Ooh, redirected towards the goal, but goes to the near face-off circle. Lewis picks up the loose puck, skating it into neutral. Tied up along the boards and throws it behind their net. Hyland goes to the corner, pushes it there down to the inboards. Centering pass hit escape, goes to the far boards. Speedy digging for it. Battle of the white sticks along the boards. Oko throws it out to neutral. Austin keeps it at the blue line, passes back to Lewis. His pass intercepted. Brought into our zone. Centering pass. Noko not able to get a shot off. Speedy sends it back towards the blue line, but it comes right back towards the net. Lewis picks it up and throws it down the ice. Very efficient icing. We'll have a face-off in our zone with 7:35 left in the second period. Taking the face-off again. Into the corner. Bryant comes out with it. Sends it up to Guillaume into the offensive zone. Guillaume digs it out of the corner. Kicks it out in front, and it's sent out to the blue line. Henrik with the steal in the neutral zone. Passes back to Colin. Colin skating through center. Has that poke checked away at the blue line. Tied up in skates, comes back into their zone, and then thrown off the near boards. Bryant chips it forward for Guillaume. He skates into the offensive zone. Pushes forward, pass over to Colin, a shot and a goal. Colin with his second goal of the night, make it 3-1. On the face-off. Just tied up in center. Comes out to Bryant. He skates it into the offensive zone along the far boards. Has it poke checked, but he brings it out in front. Noah tips it towards the net, and it goes just wide. Sent around behind the net. Comes back to Bryant. Throws it in front. Tipped on goal, and a save by the goaltender. Puck comes back to Bryant. He throws it to the end boards. Puck sent around to the far boards. Henrik throws it back to the end boards. Throwing back around and comes out of the zone. Bryant picks it up in neutral. Pass across to Ian. He passes back up for Henrik. Doesn't quite connect. He chases it into the zone, turns around and throws it on net. Goaltender hands it off to his defenseman and he throws it around the boards. Comes back to Ian. Throws it around the inboards. And Noko throws it down the ice, and it'll be icing with 5 minutes left in the second period. Wesley taking the face off this time. Comes out for Speedy. He throws it across to the far board. Noko sends it out to neutral. Austin throws it back into their zone. Comes off the back of the net. Austin pressuring in their end. Oh, Noko throws it down the ice. The icing. 4:20 left in the second period. Face-off, Noko throws it out to center. Skating into our zone. A shot and a save by Andrew, who pushes the puck out for Lewis, who chips it off the near boards. And it's down the ice for icing with 3:41 left in the second. Wesley on the face-off wins it back for Lewis. Pass to Austin, who passes up for Lewis, or I'm sorry, Wesley. Drops it back for Lewis. His shot goes just wide of the net. Up the far boards for Austin. Chipped off the boards. Noko comes out. Nice play by Zeke. Speedy pushes it back to Austin. Into the offensive zone. A shot off the blocker. Goes to the far corner. Austin brings it out again. The centering pass hit a skate, and Noko is able to get it out to neutral. Speedy picks it up, pushing it through center ice. And Noko with the steal skating into our zone. Backhanded shot goes wide and tipped to the far boards. Noko cycling it into the far corner. And a shot and a save by Andrew, and he covers. Extracurricular. Oh, Zeke, what are you doing? Well, shenanigans after the whistle. No penalties called. 2 minutes left in the second period. Owen taking the face-off. Henner picks it up off the face-off, skating behind our net. Pass up for Colin, skates it through neutral into the offensive zone. Push to left, and a shot off the post, no goal. Viome trying to tip the bouncing rebound in, but Colin with another shot and a save by the goaltender. A great save off of a nice shot from right in front of the net. 1:20 left in the second period. Colin taking the face-off. Tied up in skates, comes to Ian, throws it on goal. Rebound goes to Viome as the shot off the goaltender passes back to Henrik. He chips up the boards for Viome. Brings it out front. A shot and a goal! Threw it just inside the far post. With a minute left in the second period to make it 4-1. Colin taking the face off again. Gives it to Viome, throws it back into our zone. Bryant racing to the corner, throws it around the board. Oh! And Andrew's mask came off, so the whistle was blown. I didn't see why it came off, but he was trying to cover. And I think the strap came loose or something. He's not able to secure it. So we'll end the second period up 4-1. We'll go to the third momentarily. 12 minutes on the clock. We'll switch hands one more time. Now we're taking the face off. Controlling, throwing up the fireboards. Puck comes to Lewis in our zone. Passes up to Wesley, doesn't quite connect. Wesley with a nice poke check. Puck comes loose to Lewis along the fireboards. He passes across to Wesley. Only watching this game, the Avalanche are now tied 1-1 with Dallas. And Wyoming football, they are only down by 7 now. So better than it was there. Loose puck sent back to Lewis. He throws it wide of the net and it bounces up the near boards. Austin brings it off the board. Shot tipped off the glass to Wesley. Passes back to Lewis. We're able to take the puck, skate it down the ice. Speedy with a nice steal along the far boards. Look over with a shot off the skate. Rebound goes to the corner. Noah picking up the puck, skating it through neutral into the offensive zone. Pushed right and thrown on goal. No. Blocker save. Rebound comes to the near boards. Speedy fighting for it in the corner. Sent out to neutral. Henrik picking it up. Pass across to Bryant. Drops it back for Henrik. Pass tipped through neutral and sent into our zone. We say no icing. Henrik picking up in the far corner, pushing up the far boards and out of our zone. Rocco throws it back into our end. Bryant picking it up, skating behind our net. Skates it out to neutral through center into the offensive zone. And a shot and a goal, end to end. Pushed left, goaltender reacted and he threw it into the open net to the right. So at 9:51, that will make it 5-1. A goal from Bryant. Assist to Bryant. Taking the face off. This puck comes to Colin. It's poke check to the far boards. Bryant chips it off the far boards and it's thrown back into our zone. Viome picking it up in the far corner. Skating behind our net. Long pass to Bryant to the blue line. Pass to Zeke, but it's intercepted. It's thrown back into our zone. Andrew stops the puck for Bryant. He skates it to the far corner. Zeke pushes it along the boards and it's poke checked away. Thrown towards the net. Andrew throws it out to the neutral zone. Noko throws it back into our end. Andrew stopping the puck behind the net. Henrik picks it up, skating out. Long pass to Viome. Pushes it into the neutral zone, and it comes out. Bryant picking up the loose puck, turning it around. Pushing into offensive end. Colin picks it up, skating around the far boards. Brings it out front and throws it just wide of the net. Ian keeping it in the offensive zone. Comes to Henrik and shot off the pads, bouncing up the far boards, out to neutral. Colin's going to go back to the box. Viome picks up the loose puck, and that will do it. So Colin will get called for roughing. That will be 2 minutes of penalty kill. Noah taking the face off. Skates. Lewis throws it off the far boards and it comes out to neutral. dump in goes right to Lewis, who skates to the neutral zone into the offensive end. Through the defenders on goal, and he just lost the handle at the last second. Oh, his center pass intercepted. Noko coming back through neutral into our zone. It's offsides, but I guess not today. Ian chips it out to the neutral. Pushed back into our zone. The shot tipped wide and bouncing up the far boards. Lewis pushes it along the boards, and Noah gets it to the blue line and out. 1:16 left in the penalty kill. Noko's dump in hit a skate. We bring it back into our zone. Austin picking up in the corner, throws it around. Bouncing in front of our bench, thrown in front. Loose puck comes to Ian, and he throws it out to the neutral zone. Noko turns around, throws it back to Austin. Austin throws it out to center. Noko brings it back to our blue line, but Ian with the steal, and he throws it down the ice, no icing. Speedy into their zone, tries to get a shot off, regains the puck, gets it out to the slot. Turn around, a shot and a save by the goaltender. Thrown out to the blue line, Bryant picks it up. Gets into their zone, works his way around the defenseman, behind the net. First off, a skate to himself, bouncing off the player, and then tipped over to the far boards. 10 seconds left in the penalty kill. Henrik keeps it in momentarily, hooks the player, but no call. Another hook, and a shot and a save by Andrew. Oh, and another shot and a glove save by Andrew with 6:19 left in the third period, and the penalty has expired. So we're back to 5-on-5. We'll have a face off in our zone. On the face off. Wins it back for Speedy. Passes to Henrik. Poke checked away. Tied up along the boards. Speedy digging for it. Throws it back to the near boards. Henrik picks it up on the move. Passes up to Colin. Colin skating into the offensive zone. A shot and a save by the goaltender. He hangs on with 5:59 left in the third. Face off again. Brings it for Speedy, who throws it towards the net, but it hit a skate, comes back to Speedy. Tied up in the corner. Thrown out front, comes to Colin, but poke checked away. And Noko comes out of their zone through neutral into our end. Nice steal by Bryant. Throwing it up the near boards. Comes to Speedy. Chips it out to neutral. Colin drags it in the offensive zone. A shot and a stick save by the goaltender. Thrown into the near corner. Zeke gets it back to Colin. Through the slot. Passes it across to Henrik. Steps out of his reach. And he throws it around behind the net. Zeke picks it up off the boards. Tipped back to Bryant. Keeps it in the offensive zone, kicks it back to the stick. Works around the defenseman, behind the net, centering pass. Oh, bounces over Colin's stick. Noko coming through neutral. Nice poke check by Bryant. And Noko comes into our zone by himself. Thrown in front to Ian. Ian's pass went through some skates all the way down, thrown back off the near boards. Noko comes back into our zone. Henrik with a hook. Takes an elbow. Lewis throws the puck around behind our net. Out of the corner and a shot blocked. And Colin throws it off the near boards down the ice. Dion pressuring in their zone. Thrown back out into our zone. Lewis picks it up the top of our face-off circle. 3:55 left in the third period. Lewis working his way through neutral zone into the offensive end. He has a poke check, so he's able to get a shot off. The loose puck comes to Noko and they skid into our zone. Lost the handle, and Austin turns it around, skating through neutral into the offensive zone. Takes a hook. They're not calling hooking today, I don't think. They're able to send the puck out of their zone. Lewis picking it up in neutral, regrouping in our end with 3:20 left in the third. Stepping around. Lost an edge on the blue line. Puck comes loose into their zone. Noah digging for it along the boards. Going out to neutral. Wesley passes back to Bryant. Austin tripping over the face-off circle. Noah brings the puck into the offensive end, drops it for Wesley. He stick handles around one, gets a poke check away. But keeps it in the offensive zone. He pushed out. Henrik passes back to Bryant. Bryant chips it up for Wesley. He passes to Guillaume. Noah brings it in the offensive zone that's turned around. Bryant throws it back to the blue line. Loose comes back to Bryant. He lost the handle. It's a slippery puck tonight. Puck comes back to Bryant. Pass across to Henrik. He skates into the neutral zone. Comes it in the offensive end. He tied up the player in the corner. Puck sent down the ice again. Will be icing with 1:51 left in the third period. Jags still up 5-1. Face-off, Noko pushes it behind their own net. Going off the far glass and bouncing down the ice. Now they have icing once again. 1:41 left in the third period. Speedy on the face-off. Going around the end boards. Bryant chips it out to Henrik. I'm sorry, it's Wesley. Comes back to Wesley. Centering pass. Speedy not able to get a hold of it for a shot. Bryant picks up the loose puck. Throws it across to Wesley. This centering pass tipped. And swept out to neutral. Bryant brings it back to our zone. Pass tipped into their end. Zeke chases it in, throws it through the crease to the far corner. Going around the boards. Henrik throws it to the slot. Noko turns it around. Wesley keeping in the offensive zone. Going out to neutral. Henrik stops at the blue line. Into their zone and sent all the way down the ice. Tipped, no icing. 36 seconds left in the third. Lewis pushing up the near boards. Takes a check late. The body check with 30 seconds left to go. It's a stupid penalty this late in the game. 27 seconds left, down by 4. Holland taking the face off. offensive zone. Works to the side of the net. Throws it out for Lewis. Long shot, chipped it in. Way to make him pay. That'll make it 6-1 with 11 seconds left in the game. And they're just going to let the time run off. So that will be win number 2 for your Jags. They're not full teams, so next time we play them, it could be a completely different story. But I like how we played, and we'll never complain about a win. So we play again tomorrow at 10:45 a.m. down at the Edge in Littleton. And until then, thanks and go Jags.